Kami o hobby. Enye Ghana embassy to Brazil. France embassy to Ghana.
French ambassador.
Me wo hobby.
French ambassador.
Omo report re to ho no. Me kura ma send message aka to say enye sa na tie.
Kwaku tie kwaku. Yawo ambassador to. But you need embassy to.
Ambassador to Ghana. France embassy. France ambassador to Ghana.
Me pacho bo mo boys ni bi.
Susu bribi baby. Abwa Ghana. Na Ghana beyo. Eyo efemenuaro. Susu bribi baby. Abwa Ghana. Na Ghana beyo. Eyo efemenuaro.
The platform, Apramen ani apani pompe yiso. The platform, the Cardinal Nana Yaukesi. Sonchi asonsentwie ani nsentwitwi a eko batako bramai sinukoso. Atwa petiama ntemfi. Asansa krokotiako the platform sunie. Asisi nkonwa asisi adwa ama trankonwa trenufua. Bra Nana Yaukesi, the Cardinal tiedwam. Ewo Peace 104.3 FM so. The platform odoso puyo adi doso ensempudium amanyosam abrabomu nsam asetremu nsam ani amansa hodo so nsam ani se hodo bi ade a ani ne hia na ya kase the Cardinal woni na pamfo our the platform dwumadie so wo Peace 104.3 FM eduada ni ukwada nwumre biada efri no nwotwekopim nondu the platform wo Peace FM ensam asisie de aba de akro ani de yatia ni de yehunu ni nyina ne ne wudi na apreto ani ne sombi na yansiai na banu so a emia the platform chire wadwene bi Ghana ya my Ghana.
Ghana ya sase batana nyamieshira no da wamanu niema penyi nala na wamanodo ya sase batana empe opu eji ahobu eni
Festival Kofi Akpalu. Is the opposition here then?
Me this okay say LPG no maji so.
Enya jiso. Me say opposition or party me say here.
Oh sir, me I funded the party in that's all.
You are a leader and founder na.
Yeah, I'm the founder of the party.
You are the founder of the party.
Yes.
And aspiring flag bearer.
You go Congress into your Korea and na you be name no.
Now organizer do no party for the way they organize they need the idea. Oh, founders somewhere 28,000 say 2,000. Is there ever one there?
Faka on 30,000. Nana, so on what me mobilize 28. Now me mobilize 2,000.
Can be any there. Mummy on the party will be any there.
Na party so bebre so de omo there ba. Say any dey amaka ba no so dey GCPP for bay. Into ni membership. Say kra me nim do your party ne do. Because phone calls are menya no. Nipa eba no.
Nana adi I me dey ni say. And only member if you come say bam chicken I don't know what happened in Bota region for some reason. People are calling me from home. They're calling me from home. They're calling from where what is happening?
Own to Krum Kasa and Diomo from everywhere.
That be some from Kabro from Kachi. And now my team Krum Kasa. I'm going first. I'm in team Krum Kasa.
How have you?
What's one have you?
Anyway, LPG. LPG.
What's me ha? Na masom ha. Na ye de Ghana konkwa.
Madam ase mo sorry nko.
Susu bribi baby. Abwa Ghana. Na Ghana beyo. Eyo efemenuaro. Susu bribi baby. Abwa Ghana.
abusia emamunyina jo sabre akasimedu no nwotwe na abo nonkron peace 104.3 FM suni juade de da platform ajuada ne ukuada ene ye de bre wo bra no nwotwe kase ebo no akọ na wiye Isaac Oduro, Patricia Sefafisha, Emmanuel Atiemo, Prince Bafo Asamoah, Samuel Apia na Elizabeth Jean. Omuna shishen medi ho chiame ajuada ene ukuada bia. Efreme na ya okesi obetimi afreme the cardinal. Nwumre a yehie de e ba bebo nkomo sene a yedi kan abomo amane no ene ne nkomo twetwe ni nyina mene honorable Dr. Lawyer John Kuma, we Deputy Minister Finance ena osan eye emrahye bidwani ewo edweso ana na edweso dwaben ena ebe ye edweso na sa edweso seat no nyankola seat o hey hala kwesi ose aje to Adiomi Allah na me kai Adiomi pa ne kwesi ose aje contest in 2008 also ne moshe hey ne moshe Allah sa contest no sabe na kwesi ose aje foreign minister but ene nyame adom Lawyer John Kuma ono ena otise konwa no eso Oba eso ni Urban Peniation ni monyam Deputy Minister Finance ode amano adwuma no ahyase enwume ya ne na ebekenkan na enyiano bia wo ho no yaje ede afri Honorable Deputy Minister no ho ede amount sa ena yebe ye no ntanwumre ka che onua se braso se ye the platform dwumadie ebrewo Just by way of information, last week ye share no meka kire mo say Sabre no Cape Coast High Court akwa asetena aye say when monyam for James Jache Kwesen aka James Kwesen papa no ultimate friend ho so emrahye bidwani ebio enne dua ya sanabusumi de toso mienu papa no de krata akwa akodan court to say so ohwega na mra ene emra ya yaka ewiase afa na nyina ye mra ya gitum na ewo ho a ohwehwe niam bi afri court no ho ma menhwe ni relief 4 I say reliefs sought from the Court of Appeal. A declaration that the judgment of the High Court Cape Coast dated 28th July 2021 is void for having been issued out of jurisdiction. B, an order setting aside the judgment of the High Court Cape Coast dated 28th so and so. An order setting aside the award of cost against the appellant and in favor of the petitioner and the second respondent. Cost in favor of the appellant and any further or other orders as this honorable court may deem fit. And to say no was so as yako or appeal who could team say back on court no 18 tiare sani ano besi akobia no yebema mate eho asem but enwumrei enkomo ewo ho pa enabaja asem bisa no dodo no a ede afri the platform show and say Peace 104.3 ni nyina Facebook etimo amo behwe yen ewo Facebook Peace 104.3 FM no eho ne beja adwenkyere no dodo no a ede afri efreme na ya okese obeti afreme the cardinal meba menim say enne no ye be bon commodity free finance ministry there's a Ghana engine and na ye be discuss no na ya hwese ne ne masi kro ye be chance free budget ya na no oso afọ ndị ho asem kokotu dwa no na matters arising ya fan maako afiri ho afi ye a sector by sector ye be ko pa me yakua ni mentimi ma honorable deputy minister of finance and metena senko wa bra me misa ne bibi mfa da ye benya fertilizer o be bisa msa na the finance minister to fertilizer mo u bisa msa u di bisa sa Greek minister say enko jiska no finance ministry because all my supply fertilizer no ma supply we basika no ma enti all my supply fertilizer no musika na we henefa eno ewo ho ye be ka ho asem because ye pese ehu enti me ma yekua ni de ma nyina me nuanu makuafo na mu ambisa sa asem we a nse mo bedwa me pa me so me nyere sa afei Ghana car ye de honorable atofo se kire se onye commissioner trofo but Andrew December this year no na ye ka edu 364 billion Ghana cedis na ye ka edru ho o se afi we wie no ono hwe ne nkrata mu a sa na ohu no na osusu hu ne sen we ni e bebo ho enkomo ene enwumre honorable lawyer Dr. John Kuma Obi ba JK Obi ba JK
Dana wadaruma
net is saying
me to nka che nyame adom boko
we twamo and we do junction so am have say hey junction we
wa kai bra be brebu a unia ho
no ma kai sa junction me say osio nana me mfa ha haya
asemo
na consensus say
nyame adom ejuso boko
ye de nyame ase
amutie unso chia ejuso constituency fo nyina.
In fact, on behalf of my producers, my production team, team platform, yabo abaso.
Me damwase.
Yabo trinkwa.
Platform de so wadaroma. Ye nemwa.
So wow, I had to say ufi.
Ane.
I had wa ufi.
E damwase so se mo so brebia mo kae na mo tae chi.
Yes, you had wo hwa ho.
Sa.
I say
ma produce deputy finance minister.
Oh, yeah, small sao. Yeah, small boys is out. Yeah, small cry. But baby.
Sa.
La, my friends here generally, first term in parliament any.
Yeah.
What be the idea ko busumi ngotwumuni. That is a story it is saying.
Oh, nyame adom. I think say story na yeah. You call parliament the first day in parliament they say Ghana for nyina ni to adesi and to kwakesi e copy so but since then I think say the experience has been very interesting especially when 137 with the NPP forming the majority group and ama parliament are very very interesting and nyame madam me rua parliament also na ye me member of the appointments committee enti misanya akwanya everty ministers ni nyina ni deputy ministers ene mpanifo ahodo a omampani apawo so ye me the vice chairman for the constitutional legal and parliamentary affairs committee enti and also amamanya suahunu bebre kwan ye faso a ye hihemra no ho dwumadi o parliament any other na the best of it all any omampani na the Danko Akufo-Addo so appointed me as deputy minister for finance na me di dwumadi from Konso di Aboa Mira the honorable Ken Oforiatta and the entire team at the Ministry of Finance and I can say Mitia as the first time MP many all these opportunities to serve my country in these capacities. The media said that kasi asobema ejoso for a man for him for new opinion leaders party for mo bo me chi dom nya gidie time echi na madanya me so ase se menya akwanya se me so me mai na ye be koso ai de betumi se de be ya ni mo nyambe kanyame
yo nyame mo ahoden
amen
na menim se o manfo so o mu gidie
that's it
hwe no wani o mo hwamo
me da se
Then when you omuhamo yani ya obetimi said ye nipa ohoden betimi bia
sabe pepe
na yenja de aka no manyame
what na daruma ye we de betimi bia
yo now life and finance ministry at say
a very hectic. I think say finance ministry is one of the very my ejuma baby but I can tell you say baby ejuma no din pa ba ko ne sa finance ministry hono on say it's also the engine of the entire economy. O mine no nyina hihye gina isikasem so. Enti ministry a na in charge no you can imagine say finance ministry to say about time omoji awo and has say midwives omoji awo. All the ministries if they have to give birth I will say wo finance ministry for na mumude omusika be mo na omunhihye pa o maye no matimi execute. Enti on say midwives so there a lot of pressure on you. Obi beba no na he's in labor. Obi a obewa ne ho kire no. Why you can imagine so nya krokro kasade ene tema na watimi age abofra no e wa asundwe mu. And that's how I see the work of the finance ministry. People come to you with pressure, a lot of pressure. Sometimes with certain deadlines you have to manage it. A big bar with huge expectations and sometimes even beyond what they are allowed to do within the budget, they are more money at. But at the end of the day, the satisfaction is when you hear the baby crying. Say, what am I deliver about Frano Asunjiemu? I think that is what motivates the ministry. And so far, they are doing very, very well. I'm happy to be part of the team there.
I see. Now, Yanko specifics, eso. Now, no, moko emrashe media review. What highlights kakra na odbe my media review no ho. The kaya ni say was mama was mo be stress can be apart from Zanasa. Yen kai review. Na mo say the enya mo ne.
Yo man say niam be me sana say 9 na esi ani so. O media review mu. The edi kind na boss no. Say na aban per se or stay within the fiscal discipline and not say fiscal consolidation. I just say and she say ya to for mine sikasem afi mu no. Ye pesi ediso pepepe. The happy and say last year 2020 COVID no Emma Ghana ye disikapa bro ye share so the usual levels I was saying kai boka no. But we deficit cry it could do 13.9%. And this year no I agency I'll see a teso na ya shemre be a friend of Fiscal Responsibility Act am I in threshold I will say every fiscal year and say D scanman bro 5% and now ya could do 13.9% in 2020 until clearly now say you had discipline to bring it back to the 5% now the target is say by 2024 now say you timi aba back to the 5% threshold. Until this year, your target is about 9.5. Until you say you reduce by about 4 percentage points.
9.5 was low.
I was low, but so
somebody about 5 points.
The level was about 4.5%. In fact, in 2019. So now it rises straight to 13.9. So who say now a steep until we back so so manage. Until Adrian said we'll stick to the fiscal consolidation measures. And until the Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta and Adrian said there will be no supplementary budget. Just say yanko jiska fufrobia. Na kakrana and she share at the beginning of the year no. You'd be caught to the end of the year. Na ya maintaining sa discipline. Etosubio. It say amount for because of COVID. COVID ne that's what I we are say. And Ghana na. Intisadi I am for measures for BM. Just say aban show empathy. So say see akra me nemo ka say. Even though say Ghana yen tutu niema mu no. Okra niema free amon ne eba Ghana. Ya tutu free team so much say ama niema bebra ye kraba ne bi aboa eden. So especially building materials do na ye import to free amano ne ba no 40 feet container na charge $3,500 no say drew $12,000 ebi krampo say $14,000 depending on baby how dey free, especially if it's from China. Enti Ghana for ekra niam aba ni nyina no affect your prices a what you want ma buying to bibia so na niam abo ekoso nti aban na adwen say omfa eto foforo bia emma in this media budget, which was very very helpful. Any ade etoso miensa na ye ni sisu ye pa so ye emabuna adwuma sem job creation for the youth na enonso omampani na Adodanko Akufo-Addo wa magana fo nyina ti ase se mabunu nhyehyeye da ade da na koma so yie pa enti in the next medium term say now to bear 3 years time no I'll see it me create about 1 million jobs for the youth. Na 1 million jobs na ye ka ho asem no enye aban adwuma nko a na ebefa nipa 1 million na ye ka no eye ankrankra dwumadi ahodo the private sector no nyina na ye behwe na ya empower omo serebe ya omo so betima create nyuma no enti be a friend interministerial committee for job creation, the Ministry for Youth and Sports, Ministry for Lands and Forestry, omono galamsey nintino. There's a program alternative livelihood support for galamseyers and on create target about 500,000 youth. And here the Ministry for Labor and Employment, Miankasaminia Justin Kodia Nasia Youth Employment Agency, almost beka home na Ministry of Finance and so aka home. After so your agencies be more focus on the youth, National Youth Authority, NEIP, National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, and NBSSI, as the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and several other institutions of government are more focusing on young people. Now you're training more of these young people and give them access to sustainable funding. And the Honorable Minister announced a program be a friend U Bank product. Now no the existing commercial banks no and ebe create sa project no. And what will happen is a mabuna hodwa omo business ideas across the country no. Ubetumi akọ say we project na or program na ubetumi akọ any of the branches of these commercial banks I know mobile partner no. Na odo unisu adi ho na wadwuma opesa wo ye na ko hu banks no sa enye the normal kofa collateral bra ye ji unsi hu anebo be 20% sa ade no we dey betete so aba form ne ayen hyehyeye a because of the ID card system you bet me at tracy these individuals na yamana ba form ma mabunu no nso atumi enya sika collateral free e dey rero munwam na omatime bie adwuma across the country. And also a one sustainable way of creating jobs in the private sector. Enti sa niema ni nyina na ye mbota ye se ade media budget ye de beto Ghana fo anim na ya ma mabunu ni titru eni daso ni nkranhye se omo how aban how na omo da chenso aban dadwen na epese ye nhyehyɛ pa ebe mo nso anya asetena pa ne eni daso na wodanyane na se opi bibia ye nso a aban etimi atawachi ama onya bia nti se eba government level no so recruitment say cost at the various security services ne some ministries omanya financial clearance nurses ne even teachers and several other and also guso a ekoso the aban so asa kan say omo ayefa omo in the NAPCO system no. Yes, agencies and ministries and departments baby omo ye adwuma bia se akonya beda ho na ye recruitment the first right of choice for employment no should go to NAPCO personnel tie no so ye shemu kina serebe ya training ne experience omanya over the period of 3 years no nyese wu sanja an so nkotena fie this akonya beda ho na so ye recruitment omo na so wo fa omo kane nti sa hyehyɛ ni nyina nso na eka ho bi na ye de call this media budget.
I see. Honorable, what the be NAPCO mama nhyase mfiri ho. Mo policy and saying what is government's policy on NAPCO? Mo ba besre say mo ho a mo mfa na adwuma na mo de napco no ba no mo won hyehyɛ soronko se ka bia enfie mienu ntem that's how you are going to be phased out of the system mo hyehyɛ pa on napco anything ene o market asem o madwuma asem ne ade nyina mpacho anything
yo em say napco no ba bra na Ghana NDC aban de ekɔhye IMF mu April 2015 omode embargo to aban adwuma efaso enti no graduates ni bebre tena fie for a very long time enti 2017 omampani bae no na backlog no dosun pa enti napco nkwa be take about 100,000 of these graduates so say at least in the next 3 years no omunye adwuma in various models na aban set up no revenue enterprise teaching several models no but the idea is within the 3 years no beso no na said the aban ahya recruitment into the public sector see omo ombenya akwanya no na ya omo permanent me no can say I believe say almost 50% of them there they have been made permanent in their workplaces. There is still about half of them to go and also abani di echira yehwe say recruitments are hodo a ekoso no so no yebetimi ama omo so anya akwanya na omo anya ba bia hye but beyond that no so no ankra omo so person omo ye omo ankasa adwuma no so there's a program coming up with the NEIP program na omo so yebetimi ama omo submit omo business models na omo anya support and funding na link it to sa you banking program amaking enti se obi a napco personnel na wanya experience na free so obetimi create no so na adwuma he will also be assisted but the objective is to make sure say obia oye adwuma obia ye recruiting there they should be given the priority for that recruitment.
Napco de no
yes
na are no market you are 7 enko wano
in fact every bia no say eba akatu asema eya na aban try say obe making sure say workers are paid on time but me kai say yakoya elections year you know some delays kakra by in the budget now is submitted this year and so I say your budget now around very much and you know there were some little delays on some of these statutory payments but I mean no can say napco ni be anywhere in I believe so we've paid all of them and those delays no they due to the changes in government na happening a lot of new appointments are na abanu gusu awoye even some of the ministers to sign crash okay I bear much and I say April crafting and ESO be in. So, much of the delays had to do with transition na air cost. But at the moment there, I firmly believe that they've been sorted out.
Okay. Minority leader in parliament and MP for Tamale South, Haruna Idrisu, has suggested government's claim of managing a resilient economy underpinned by high discipline and competence is a facade soon to be exposed. He predicts that only debt forgiveness or relief will save the Ghanaian economy from the debts government has driven it. Finance Minister and then according to the minority leader, ba parliament na anu muntimi mesreska mun need that moral courage to say mo besreska because afiwe isi munyina monye hwe munyi akwan sika ese mutua muntua the state assembly common fund any ade enti no yemfa ade hwe e mo hwe so hwe yemfa mo hwe so enti monye hwe en motime nya kokodu aba be gina so mo pesika kwa kodi uya no say
nana me da se na said o mo kan de se sakra de no ntina nka se ne ekopeska na nke de be hwe ya na
da be se mo kope a ye di kan ma muska ma fa anya hwe modi enti moto be ba
nana first of all enye sa na tie na said the medical akire mu no aban bia wo options so ankra oti wonu me wo options and as government you can decide on so many things you want to do but every bia wo hwe what is best for you na why I can tell you say and sana finally Omampeni cabinet atum say there will be no supplementary budget. No my analysis nyina hu say this is the best choice for the country at this moment. Anti enye se bia aban yehwe aban aye bibi pa. In fact last year it was year of rose. Even in spite of the COVID, aban to me yes so many rose in the country. This year so say another year of rose. Minimo ka say akwan yi ahodo koso bebre. Bem sa afia mu na aban kra a commission the Pokwase interchange. All the other interchanges and also guswa air koso rose ahodo all over the country air koso. Free SHS ejinane na so den mabunu nyina wo school a omusia de. Flagship program see one district one factory. About 232 factories are guswa AC guswa air koso. Amube 88 of them are functional, are operating. Planting for food and jobs say koso. Nana minimo kase unim say this is the first time in the history of Ghana you are hitting the highest production of cocoa. Nana I'm happy by chance keke. Ukoko akatisi so na aban betwa gu 1 acre bia ma 1000 Ghana cedis. No masa be spray amount. No masa be pollination. Na tintin to ya hodo aban aye ni nyina makoko production kosro. After so this year Ghana ni Cote d'Ivoire tima kambom ama yetua premium prices for farmers. Enti ute nkrana se bia wonhu se o man ni mu ayeda. Ukọ ekrase a cocoa farmer no say apart from say cocoa no say kanin no 10 bags as say wanya 15 bags and 20 bags no. Osan eje ebo a edin and premium prices a ama the rural economy of Ghana no ekoye pa. And so I Ghana yen economic performance every year bia ye cocoa production be kosro no reflected in a positive economic performance of the economy. E just say ye sika sem so ekoye. Enti obi ka che say ye sika sem ni nyina ya bisani mu ye especially NDC propaganda no mo ye. Apart from say COVID be high in 2020 now the economy ni nyini ye pa grow kama 7% on the average for the first 3 years. In fact, even in the COVID year no kra ne more no West Africa hanoma na the growth rate was negative 2.5% no. Yet it may grow at positive 0.4. Afi in the first quarter no yet to me grow another 3.1%. Chese economy na fan ntuma pa den efra. Yesika sem Oko Bank of Ghana sika yede to honom ye freno bank reserves a eboa eso yesika semuma exchange rate nitimi yes strong no yekuta be $11 billion da Bank of Ghana cover be 5 months of import cover. Enti sanhye power nyina oba inflation a chrese ye was single digit inflation chrese se niam bo kra mpo kosra enkon intentem enkofa wa how kese emfa mai ne number 7.8% of inflation rate. Enti sa niam we nyina di adanse se ampa yesika sem no o the dollar o the CDC compare dollar exchange rate no and also very stable, and it's been stable for a very long time. Ni nyina di adanse se o man sika sem tutuye no ekoyie bosian bone eka abeda ho ne de nana wiase nyina hawo me no ka sei amanone wiase kro bia so edeka eka omuka ho because COVID na abeda wiase no so obia o mind bia priority at this point ne so obebo na man for ho ban nye ka ode okwa America o ma shede twa $1.9 trillion just to show up the economy. Ye twa de aboa man for ati chama kroma no said be ya wa wadwuma akofo mu ni adwuma ye COVID ni ade betima hwemo so udru Japan omo debt drew 234% of their GDP. Uko Greece 181% of their GDP. Oba UK 99%. UK for no more around 60%. So see within 1 year omo drew 99%. Uko Italy the same thing. Germany krobie ni hono mo a neka enkosro wiase nyina asem oba West Africa hanoma na the average debt to GDP na nam 35%. Minimum ka say edu 65% on the average. So enti wiase nyina how abeda ho say COVID no e de ahokyera begu amanfo so enti aban bia no so a wo hwe se na amanfo nkwa ahokyire ma onye bibi mfa ho enti Ghana crowd dem say yeti aye na nyame aye adom a mu say ye ka no akosro nanso yetima yen hyehyɛ pa aboa ma economy no so anya ahoɔden na saa ahoɔden no na bɛboa yɛ ma yetima tua eka na yɛde no eno nti na mu say oman bia boka because of COVID no wo hwɛ yen oman Ghana fidie ya esimu ya aban na ye na adwen say koso moka bi na meka fiscal discipline and consolidation say eno nti no yen koso a discuss a ye behwɛ say ye bete so na kakra na yen sa kana fi no e dia yen toto ye dia asomdwe ne ahoto ebeba oman no and that is exactly what we are doing into more predicted doom say ebeko IMF ne ade nyina nye no kre aban hyehyɛ pa oye no ebeboa ma yebetimi aso sikasem no mu.
But according to the minority say your debt to GDP ratio and I'm 76.
Yeah.
And I'm 76 no. Ya bro sa threshold of 70 no so. Ama say yewura eyimu no. Hepic status mu eno no. Na asa mo fere and am pese mo beka. But omaya ye war debt to GDP ratio of about 76% there. Na just say ye hepic nation.
Yo no cry all the omo kan mu say ampa ye kadru say the latest figure cry 77.1 but enye COVID era ena ye de judge 77% say wajika mana brosu into edru hepic pacho de make not here the situation on mine we are seeing na woman is taken into account am ye hu say enye won hyehyɛ bɔne bi a ukoyeye anase amamu na wonte ase na akofa kabeda so we are seeing na kakosro enti no ye ka no kosoro kra nkyirikyirimu wom enti ye nhyehyɛ pa ye no ebeboa emasa ekai a ye ka ho asɛm no ebeba fom enti I can assure you say ewo mu say eka no ewo soro sɛ de ye nyina ye nim na nye Ghana nko situation we are seeing na ewo that problem say at this point say COVID that's what we are seeing there ense say kana ye say adwen ho na mom hyehyɛ pa na nyame nso aye adom omampani akufado ewiase nyina ahia ombo namba so se eba COVID ya enhyehyɛ pa oman bitumi ye de boa na manfo pa Ghana se wuntimi nyi kuro mienu miensa Ghana nka ho na ni nyina even contact tracing a hyase at the March April honum na COVID ne hyase o Ghana no na America for quarantine hyase ni UK no mu nyina muntumi adopt COVID contact tracing in the COVID management enti ekire ya Ghana de di adanse se ampa yetumi manage problem no afina manoni for krampo ba Ghana behwe besua kwan a efa so a yetumi eye COVID management na anko for how ama enti yes anema ni nyina so ya ka o quarantine crofo o mo maduane o mutua hotel bills sanema ni nyina de kakese abeto o mine so yegitum but yewo eho ahoden se nyame boa yen se de waboa yen ni etimi manage COVID na anjinsemu a oman no adwuma ye ne yesikasem a yetoto no yebetimi atua sa ka we nyina afri hono enti mo mfa COVID death levels entoto amamu boni a ede ka beto nipa so ena ewiase nyina nso ashase e call for debt relief for poorer countries, poorer in the sense of yen capacity as compared to other richer nations. And of course, we have a COVID, how about 2 years in Amano, Nina, Mutresika. In fact, the latest figure, me check here, the richest nations in the world, G20, Nunkwa, Sika Umetra, Edia Ashom economy was $77 trillion.
Wow.
$77 trillion, just the 20 G20 nations in the pay. So, enti question amanfo bisane say na momo kra mosimu sikano ahonchire ba ehweka amabo na developing nations to say African countries no mo monsu ni sikano. And do you know say sa eka na omo no twitwa ma omo ho no interest rate that should be quite negative ebisi is 0. So South Africa hanom na say okoje bosia kakra bia na the interest 7%, 10%, 8% na ama ye komubu. Enti there's a conversation going on say behwe na African countries ne ade ne nyinaa na COVID dia or how ebeto omo so no say betimi ama debt forgiveness bi na yenso ye ho higher and the world will appreciate it. And those discussions are going on, but the person Ghana 40 as say COVID amani huna bede wi ase na nye Ghana nko asem nti ma ye mohu se bia economy no ne anchichiri ne ye nti na akofa sa wo ha na beto wi ase da bi eye nhyehyɛ pa no mom krampo na abɔ ye ho ban nye sanka it will be worse.
Maybe a win kabasa ya worse.
Senye nyame na edi ye ho afufe anka it will be worse cry.
Okay. Vaccine no. Vaccine na yes ye akwa akwa bi dia ba be we. Sikasem anadro na ni ho.
Sika de bi ho dro no na bi ni ho. Na de course we ase ne ho every be global vaccine politics. So amamfo bi de ehu ahye omumu ena omo hodo vaccines no aman kakra bi so the Ghana ewiase yenya US for ene China ene bia Russia ene EU for European Union for kaboma sa four bodies in kwakra kabom no mo say there will be no hoarding, there will be enough of the vaccines for everybody. Enti the ekosono is just global politics. Ukraine council nya binto. Nanso nyamia ya dom Ghana omampani ne na manfo a edi anim atimi akoso ayen hyehyeye. Minimo ka say American government a pledge 1.2 million doses for Ghana.
Babay.
No omsom de buy for free. Afin so under the AU no so no Ghana timi secure some of the doses every month be and they will bring a certain quantity of 500 to 1 million doses. Enti ni nyina ebe hyase wosumi ya ewomi ya. We are hoping say within the year no we can get about 17 or more million doses of some of these vaccines. Enti enye a question of money. Sika de ye kura bianka ya the beginning of the year budget make provision for vaccines acquisition. Even the World Bank and so MI loan to buy the vaccines. But it's a question of when now being free. And also a Ghana problem we are seeing a global vaccine politics ekosona akofasa how we nyinaba. But in the end, very, very optimistic say you bi now before the year end Ghana yetimi achieve sa herd immunity na awose yenya no.
Me will be 2 quick questions answer na yako other areas ya ye better tackle nwumre ehudie di kan yes vaccine asem okay ana no mampani e kan say or bon modern say Professor Frimpong Boateng committee on the preliminary report to aba me ye ba beti atran ye be ye nru e Ghana say or the $25 million seed fund bi e ba be hyase Sadia no my ho hihye awie ho sikasem ni nyina my ho bibia awie a ye be hyase anase eye afedi animu
eno so ho hihye no kwa animu pa enti ye ogide sa afie mu no preliminary works ni nyina betumi akwa in place so mampani mi na o kasai onso watu kwan kwa manone kan hihye ye ho one of the meetings I know mu ye was on how e betumi anya partnership for that project na Ghana yetimi a produce embassies ni bi Ghana haya enti daban priority list so a ekoso den
Ghana Cares Obatampa project adeba ko a COVID bremu aban yese o ma manfo also manfo asene me hu ye ne se obi o ha o se adwuma na meye no me hia be 1000 na etimi asomasene ama magina me na aso ye adwuma ebe wiase no na wakonya bia be 500 and 400 there's a scan one also up 1000 no entimi amfa antima mana ma me ne a opese oye no Ghana Cares Obatampa project edru hefa
yo
steps let it say process let it say
Ghana Cares ne bia na obi nim de kire Cares no ejina ho ma COVID alleviation COVID-19 alleviation
reduction strategy
and revitalization of enterprises support CARES. So COVID alleviation and revitalization of enterprises support. And what they're training on say I to do about CARES no they're training on say aban per se what this sika kesi bi ra economy num na said the COVID amaya bofom no sisika bi mo dru am in the next medium term emma economy ni nyina ne naso enti aban ehwehwe 100 billion cedis na 100 billion no emu 30% the aban na ne be raise ka no ena emu 70% aye 70 billion cedis no aban ehwehwe private sector na ankrankra for a monne Ghana aban be ka bom na ye dwumadi ahodo pi wo man mu enti osie ya akwan osie ye railways osie ye infrastructure ahodo ni nyina na aban ne be passe obatampa CARES no dwumadi e be fa so e be raise funding ni nyina na so far no economy pa one of the programs I introduced for 1 million jobs for the young people no funding ni be is targeted under the obatampa CARES nti ye hwe mabuna dwuma te sekuayo na enye the ordinary farming na ye kana we are talking about innovative agriculture kuayo a ebe ma mabuna ni agye ho se odo ho hyem amfasodie bebre wom afenso ye hwe light manufacturing abefo kwan ye faso a yedi dwuma adding value to sa ye produce no and also ye behwe na fe ye hwe digitalization abefo kwan faso di dwuma digitalization no and also so ye be pursue afenso ye pursue create Ghana as a financial hub for the Africa Continental Free Trade Area enti and also so onse nyame ayadom after no the continental headquarters no Ghana na wo enti ye pursue create situation Africa dwadi hu sika 7 ni nyina na beba begina Ghana so enti eno so ka after a dwumadie no ho ene e was a housing and mortgage program ye dey be affordable housing for the Ghanaian and as workers enti sanema we nyina kabuma ebeboa manwuma hodo epese ye na sikatimi ba economy num na binum ko ebi ko hye amanfo botom of course entrepreneurship ene ye boa ankrankra dwuma o Ghana ha ni asa empower omo into the African market no and also very 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 key enti so far no I can say the Obatampa CARES program no is on course na enhyehyɛ ye nyina so edi adanse se enchepi Ghana for behu Obatampa CARES no so mfaso
okay for honorable lawyer Dr. John Kuma ono na menene otwetwe komo enanwumre ewo the platform so na mozo de amode aba ne ebebi sabi but ye enka ne nyina mom ye ne kakra honorable Paul Asamoah or say Super John Kuma congratulations Selassie August or say His Excellency Nadanko Akufo-Addo will surely deliver. Ghanaians, just be patient with him. Co-Mensa Pillar 2 and also honorable. Talk to Ghanaians. Our attitude is very, very bad. Elon Newton Quay says, NAPCO haven't made any trainee permanent. What are you saying to that? Okay.
They will.
They will. That pain. That pain. NAPCO eba I say film you know.
Oh, baby, bre nya permanent. Yomuguso. Kakra.
Ache anyway me fa me de na wa hase ne kakra mra sana me de aka no so ato aso e de amamo say ade ba ko ani pa hwe ani mu pa ne say contractors road contractors aban contractors ana mu do mkasa sikana we
yo road contractors issue no the woman say akwan ye ne nyanwe enti utu akra wie ya no there will be another set of construction development award am Kanasan beda ho. As long as you keep constructing the roads no there will always be arrears in the road sector. Sika here to pay for the road sector no em say emodu pa ye hombo anyanso ye sa akwankro no. But what is happening is there's a program by government focusing much more of the resources to pay off some of these areas you owe the contractors. But the fact remains, you buy President Akufo-Addo buy now road contractors, you do more cabro 5 billion cedis. So okay, after sa audit no mu ye no, sa kan nyina buy a free hole, and another set of an equal amount to cram post san beda ho because u clear we are not so road contracts and they keep giving every day. So they make sure no, enti crese road construction no side no. But I believe say I buy a number of interventions you be make sika available to pay for the contractors until ammonia rest assured.
Omo ene mo nya adwena semba ko ma kan say aban we why say a kura suhuma kura no wodna no kan we no wajai no na no kan we no wajai Lord Nanwa Kawi, no jai. What projects about the Monseke come? A dosso. Eti Montime Fabaku Cran Conewi, a hang yosa, and no can be, and a man for a complainity amwe. Pacho, okay, then found.
Well, me name specific program on Moka Hansem. But a no crese na abiding in Saki Kanema P. Enti this year budget a year, so share the 3 C's in on consolidation, completion, and continuity. Enti the air say say the answer can be bia you better try say you better twaso na ye wiate and say free home and sane aya de foforo enti I don't know the specific programs bia nipa no eka eba school dan ya sisi bebre wie completed eba kwan ya igusu aya ye pi aya wie igusu so aya ye foforo but say the meka no won't eba kwan kra dia won't mean wie because we wie this set and another set so twaso enti sa one district one factory aban shasi said the mekan ankrankra for na na aban ta o machi and also so no out of bear over 232 no about bear almost 88 to 100 there they are operational they are kan nyina so guso a ekoso over I think say baby amount for problem here sa IPEP projects no sa 1 million per constituency jumedi ahodo a shasi in the various constituencies no na no so no aban aye provision ato hono mo a payment ashase e cost so dey be betima complete all those projects in the various constituencies and agenda 111 and also so aban etweska to hono mo a August year mu no ombekate so ne ashase etu ho anamo enti sa ne ma ye keka ye nyina no bebre hono mo a ye wie ebiso hono mo a yegusu aye biso ho afeni e be hyase enti bibie ne honom ye de nsa kan se be ye free SHS me no ka say ye etimi a complete a and also ye sustainable a ekoso enti minim the specific one na bia man for be ka say o ye de nsa so mu ne agya to honom I think said ye kan ye nyina no yegusu aye deliver
na mugusu amu deliver me pese o kire me ne matiefo na nadwe aban ne timu popa fa Ghana sikasem ho ani sen
aban timu popa fa Ghana sikasem no se ombeboa ma Ghana adiye na Ghana yedie no so ejina nhyehyɛ pa ye beye ede afa ye sikasem no ho senye covid na ebebo ye fomo a anka can tell you say sabre nka babia Ghana sikasem aduru no nka kona nimpa. But even in the midst of COVID, we are seeing Ghana is one of the best run economies in the world. And yet in Ghana, in the world. Enti Ghana, anase omampeni na nado danko Akufo-Addo. So on say, no Otaka say, he wants to build a Ghana beyond aid. Enka eyomaya, ewosen ka ye di ni ejina ye naso, na nya afi na ye kosresre, obi manso sika bi di abechichire ye mai. Enti no yesika sem hihye ya ye nyina ye kwan ye befa so a ye be ma oman Ghana ediye na yetumi afa ye ntuma pefra na se yehia bibia yetumi aye and also so na eguso aye no sa ne ma we na ya na it takes some time ehia break kakra se we lay structures no kakra consistency na believe say Ghana fo nyina di adanse se eba sikasem ntoto ye dia o mampani na Akufo-Addo ni MPP4 aboya homodin ye pa yegusu so ayeye
yo yegu so a yeah abusafo mo hwe ye no mo hwe live e wo Facebook Peace 104.3 Peace 104.3 hona na meka se ne maji adwencheni nyina afintimo a mo san sa platform no ho abeto me on Facebook no munya ama me Facebook na me dia menka se me ne mo chehwe me na me dia munya ama me why munya ama me ayesa mo be ha ma adwene pa bude munya ama me yo lawyer yan hwe ni sei ade ba kwa ye ka ho asem e wo Ghana sei titru sisi apa eye oya asase yi fertilizer oya asase yi fertilizer nanka aban de planning for food and jobs by onoto fertilizer no na cheso de check you afo anisa because virtually they are with a week akrebi and abitua but enkobium omo so ma supply agric ministry fertilizers ni nyina omo ti ho enkobium omo nya dey
yo I think say fertilizers jumadie ne ya de bia eda omampani Akufo-Addo akoma so na Ghana ye nyina ye di adanse say Ministry of Agric watimi aye a lot under the planting for food and jobs and sa fertilizers arrangement ye de boa Ghana kuafo no na I think say problem kakra ba ye over supply and I say over arrangement of contracts for the supply of the fertilizers. So aban sikasem hihye mu no budget no ye free bi budgetary allocation enti se unisa commitment controls na ebemo hu se afi nyina aban na adwen se obespend bia 100,000 cedis on fertilizers enti se wo ma contracts na unfortunately periods are Ministry of Agric dema contract no aya na ya ahead of the budget allocations for the year enti no aban allocate 100,000 in the budget no ebia we end up getting a 1 million supply of contractors fertilizers from the private people enti abasa abro sika aban atwa to ho for contractor suppliers no enti ede oha kakra be dawo in terms of paying them there aban atwa to ho in the budget there I can tell you say you try almost everything na emomo no the extra ones na ebegu so now there was no budgetary allocation within the year no that excess supply based on government allocations no eno na akofa sa how naba then so in this mid-year budget no omampani ene Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Agric no nyina atnase ama ya yesa we've come to that understanding no say going forward no and say ye the supply of contract to supply fertilizers no exceed the budgetary allocation no pacha what you say na fe so no the arrears na beda ho no we have to clear it immediately enti na ban guso aye nhihye na yetimatua extra debt na abeda ho nyina but going forward no there should be more tighter control on the award of fertilizer contracts no na nkofa sa how we am
mubeti anda ben
budget na womunti no yeguso animanim ya no ombetia contractors ni nyina aka
uguso
yeguso
because me na say me chini pa o but there be o ha bedu na nka contractor ye adwuma gidigidi na wasesa ne ma nyina free ho
yes efa emude akwan na say fertilizers
akwan
okay
and fertilizer ni me nya on say fertilizer ni say for instance no because fertilizer no any honinti no amakuafo na enya fa so anya adwuma suppliers no so person mo kire say because aban de omo kanti omo susu ntimi nkonkofa but where the abia it is outside your scope but me de beka ho ama fertilizer no Ghana aban boka eto subsidize makuafo no about 70 to 90% of it eco Burkina
another very serious matter. Now, I think, sir, going forward, you know, aban new discussions the best fertilizers management in the country. Now, instead of say aban crack fertilizers near the diabano, I think, sir, you bit my any subsidies directly to the farmers.
Okay.
And it's a fertilizer ne boy 1 CD. Near if you say Kuyanina or so top fertilizers maku 20. Now the 20 CDs are man direct.
JK.
Yes.
Jaime Kuani, Sada Mamon try.
Aden.
Say, especially last time we Kakra we see home. Uma Kuani 100 cities. And now them 500 cities of faculty fertilizer. Sikano Beji. Opa Cobra no China, Ubuhunam Dumpi, but I feel no pass a call Yabunya.
Oma tries program no, I think Cote d'Ivoire. It was very, very successful. And I think the point you are making, we have 4P so episode munya increase yields and so free say obenya assistance now akoto fertilizers na be good nefu so no atwen be bo so mi ensama nefu na doria bebre beye. And of course ebia there will be 1 or 2 people ombe misapply the support but ni nyina nso gina ekwan aban be sia fire monitoring and enforcement se coupons na de mawa e wo de kire pacha what you say nti ekwan aban be fa so this coupons grants na ma farmer no and be manatima yes diversion na so ntumi nye diversion no. And these are some of the new arrangements ebe koso I believe say aban ne kwa koto no pi abego na amanfo so atwe say the percentage akoto ye de na say ye to scale go. And I think say we have to change. There has to be changes. We cannot carry on with the fertilizers management as it is now. Enti yeguswa yehwe kwanye befa so a yebema sikano. For now the direction is to engage the farmers directly. Na omwa nkasa nko market na omunkoto fertilizers no. I believe say yetimi ye ne sa and also beboa ma smuggling ni nyina bejai.
Ebia de yebetimi aye ne say yempe depo. Okay. Said ye wo depo aye de tokuku no. Na ye wo fertilizer depo. Okay, ebia district bia ye wo fertilizer. Semba se bia the district be 5 wa. Ye wo depo ha sei. Say aha e na wo kuta coupon no a wo kuani
obabeje exactly
no ya ni say ordinary person etimi ma ho meto
sa
kuani no ba
coupon no ba
ordinary coupon no ba no
abeje 5 free ho
sa probably if we look at it from that angle
definitely and America no ntinye enye coupons a edema wa betimi akoyi scanedi there's a way to manage it. Sure. It will end up buying the fertilizers for the farmer. Na moment ko ya buy kasa buy na akokra fertilizers abegu ho na man for the year do omope. And clearly, there will be changes going forward.
Sure. And I'm only tell na mo share border no because I can tell you on authority say your fertilizer no aban bo ho ka etuama kuafo se be ya ebenya fertilizer e dey egu no ba so no e frankese no ko Burkina any Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, TSA reports ni pi.
No mu wi a dey me ya ho ne say ye ya ban ato fertilizer atebo no so ama ese ento no. Yes smuggle e dey Cote d'Ivoire any Burkina Faso. Na omono de akwa kodua jeli na ye yakwa kotoaba
na yakwa krajeni na sabetuaka
na ye yakwa krajeni because jeni tracks ne ade bani na every Burkina never.
Oh yes, and they no credit
every Burkina fertilizer no munya because Burkina buy on niska or koto fertilizer
but they had dream crying all this ne say so we hear Burkina asase a omono momu ye aduane ma yekoto a na say Ghana how bi wa how we shall asasipa cry now we Burkina Sasia. Why now some koye diane a year focus in our Tom and Yonko? I think, sir, going forward, no, we have now we use what you see Mebununi near Juma. And I think, sir, we have to do something strategic about innovative agriculture in our country. Because we had 2021 budget here about present here. Na sike woma e de tonu anenko aba mining was about $2 billion. And it was $2 billion ade koto aduane in a year. Now was a fertile lands here Gugana Hanum, o mabruzu gufi omunya adwuma nya. Amo betimi aye adwuma no they are there. Asase no so ho to aduane to so ebe fifi. Sika no so wo sika na ade kokra aduane no. So what is happening? What is the problem? It's just some small linkages that must happen in our country. Neighbor directed the youth into the agriculture, commercial agriculture farming. The interest to do it, who say ampa is rewarding. So until we just need to have some innovative agriculture to attract the youth. Na enyema ye craft free amanoneba no. Ya nkasa yetimi ye waha in excess capacity cry betimi akoto ama we are seeing na. And I think say the solution to our problem it lies in our own hands. We can address it. Just a little innovation.
From baby out here no. Then kunta eda wanimu no. Baby e sika asem nam sesi ai ye betwa be mfie sen asan ya sen sie na so.
In fact, sesi ani nyame adom ye gina na so dada. Wo hwe say first quarter it grow by 3.1%. Na chese nyame adom eya anisa. Of course, ye benya ananka we are back at the 7%, 8% levels. But I can tell you say what the Ghana the only threat, and let me admit, say the only threat to our progressive move going forward no COVID SI pijanimuno. So se COVID no conform na nyame adom said the effective management aye hunu timi to aso dia. And I can tell you say nyame ada Roma se one of the key challenges to the Ghanaian economy no inadequate domestic revenue mobilization. I say sika ye gigi wo man mu no na ewo form. Na e form na ewo no enye se eto na ye gigi no ne swanko an na masika no wo form. Na mu mamamfo a etua to kakra na ye gigi no e wo se ye bibi fa ho. Enti omampani Akufo-Addo aban won introduce program bia e frɛ no Revenue Assurance Compliance and Enforcement. Race. Ye de betretre kwan ye fa so gigi sika no. Afin so omampani abedi ekire yewura Dr. Baumia omode digitalization programs bagana.gov ene abefu kwan hodo pia ye befa so a ye de begigi to. Afin so ye link Ghana card no to 10 numbers in the country. And already nipa dodo etua to no na the whole country is about 3 million. Ghana card no ebe raising to about 17 million people within the country. They will be captured within the tax bracket. After so digitization abuama research be by who say about 60,000 professionals in Ghana amuntua income tax. Lawyer for architects, engineers, and several other people are doctors. Omo kasayo omo adwuma na afiso a wosen ka akotua no because o shall be any almost no most of them don't pay it. Enti saa abefo nhihye kwan nam so ba ne ade no ebeboa mietima raise more domestic revenue ebete ka no so anase bema expenditure was aban ye yetima close to gap no. Enti those are the ways I see it me very successful with data ebetima tete ka ye de no so.
Na ebetimi
mpacho ye gusupa ye betumi abroso. We have the capacity and ye betumi.
And the will.
Oh,
do we have the will?
We have the will. I think say omampania ban we there you were the will not to deliver.
When we are not minority for I say oh can ban or cash pa wa Ghana your fourth republic imwa e MPP for amanfo so asem ba ko mo ka eti Akufo-Addo aban ni say mo bobusia cha aban bia in our history. Eye dan na sa bosia na mo boni nyina no ye ntimi mfa ye ni hu ade we say ade we de bosia na mbo ye ni bi ene ye de ye o minority for che say sika de boji anam de brofo akataso na modi
no mo kan ye no mo nyaadwe krum ha de ni mo be cash pa unim say sa Kwame Nkrumah circle interchange NDC for ye omo de je $165 million. Sa interchange na ni pokwase de ende ene so Ghana for de bia yitwam pokwase interchange ni circle de nenso ye de sa omusika $165 million no ye de aye makomakom yensa ye de aye pokwase interchange ye de aye Obichebi Lamte interchange ye de aye Tamale interchange enti no ye ka omombere cash pa dia NDC for na Ghana ha no so ye ka ban a waba wa prepare your mind for dachi kese pa MPP aban President Akufo-Addo ne hyehyɛ pa odi aba ye friend free education no free SHS no ewo mu sɛ amanfo ntimi inform nsa ensi physical things so na emu bia fie adanse wo ho sɛ omampani bi baya obema nkwada wo fie ho ko school free a wa prepare wo for dachi enti eno so ye huge investment ayaya emfaso no bi enye ne nan ibe hu Nanso 5 to 10 years to 20 years to come no Ghana ibe twa so abapa. Ena unim last week literacy ratings by global literacy ratings Ghana jump from 37% to 65.5%. Ɛkyerɛ sɛ ye mabunu na ye suadeɛ wɔ Ghana ha no omo anim kra na ɛkɔ no man bia so a utimi de enwoma sua ene ntete pama wo ma no ema wo nkwada no ema wo daachi esi wie enti enye no kra sɛ omo hu de ye de sika na ye de tete Ghana mabunu ye de BC school dan covid ba ye hwɛ enhyehyɛ pa ban timi ye boa Ghana for ema interventions ahodo a ekoso enti Ghana for ya na ebisa ye hu sɛ say electricity na ye pedia ye adwuma na gina so ana so sa dum so a NDC for beja ya de chia preso predum ni ade no nyame adom ene electricity gina ne na so den ni nyina ye infrastructure pylons ne electric cables ahodo na o say ye tofofro de siesie de ni nyina no ene o mampani ba e wa beye meka energy infrastructure I no so ekoso den edebo aban egusu nso ayeye nhyehyɛ ahodo sɛ de be ya rail lines ne yen roads ne all the things that we need in this country you know you betumi aye amana efe enti obi ka so hu hwia ya na emnwanwa at least Ghana for di adanse sɛ dwuma ahodo pi gusu a ekoso eduru year of rosa Ghana for mu si ntimi nya Ghana kwan nyina nanso Ghana for di adanse asphaltic roads ahodo a yegusu a ye de boa oman enti kakra but we'll get there.
Yo kakra but we will get there. Lawyer Dr. John Kuma, Deputy Minister Finance ena osan oswafo oswafo abedi ekito wes kasam so osan mrahye bedwani ewo tweso abato empasuaso. La mama kwa no anu nsuo kakra me ba na fe the last stretch no so aba begusu nti obetimi anu nsuo. Fantastic submission by Honorable Dr. John Kuma. Aside your humility and competence, you make communication on finance an easy thing to understand. My mom auntie Efia Akonobia is listening to you from the countryside. Okay. Alright, say Obama nkoma onu auntie di men kan nyina manengo ho. Farouk Watema says COVID-19 it's had bad effect on the world's economy, and Ghana cannot escape from that. And I'm sure you all know. And also need the I don't know. Only for Elijah Boateng, numere memawajo pa benim se oni abusuani nyina ho ye enti ye mawajo na oni asorma ni nyina so ye mamu nyina ajo. Where is our God, or where is the God of Elijah? 40 days prayer and fasting also so ya ba beta mochi ewo eho amabiya e kama eti mugiram onyere mo ho munim paye sa munim paye paye ndi hia ewo Trinity Evangelical Ministry ho munim paye na ebebo yi nyina. Okay, this one says kana regards to Honorable Dr. John Kuma. Okay, he makes communication so simple and easy to understand. He's a fantastic man and a great inscription to we, the youth. We, the Kumas, are naturally great people. Frederick Kuma, why we are some. But
catch Frederick Kuma,
your friend, what it? The Honorable Dr. Lawyer John Kuma is a real asset for the MPP. The people of Adjeso and Ghana as a whole. No wonder the first time in Parliament he has been appointed the Deputy Minister of Finance. It tells you how trustworthy he is. John Kuma fans and Kwan, I'm the man sa, Moman fans
na wada romantia.
Moman fans not here. Kwasi being I was just so busy or say Nanayo. Please greet my MP for me. He was made Jeso constituency proud. We also thank President Akufo-Addo for appointing him as Deputy Finance Minister. He even started working before going to Parliament. edweso daachi
emre ni nie
edweso daachi
emre ni nie
edweso daachi
no ajeso emre ni nie
yo emre no eni ampa ibu in secondary ibu ade ibu no tot no bi enya kakra nkwa de tintin ibu tente sade enko ende wa wani tua now me pese etiefo so babu kakra nsa na ebia yen pattern west ne dia ba bi 0302248787 257900257901 0302248787 257900257901 why be from the amabia as a kudru and then person be kasa enti no why sir hello
Rama.
yes sir
And that's from Tiffany.
and that's majo
And Johnson. Me talk as you want to make a no. That's on cam.
fire uber
Uba, Mati, but I just follow Thomas and Pa.
I found
And remember, Monsieur Lawyer John Kuma.
pacho utio
Or be out of there once and pap. Na foot to some cacade and the man say, I'm Brasia, ya, Yamian Drum, I will do it and so we do. Sound that an orphan of Ripiera. Say the fellow Oko school, say the Panamco school, on fast sound that an Yagman, and Yamiko, which we are digging iron. Of a son and William, Essing him and Dachin. They said, oh my Hong Ghana, if I were Ghana, say, and never forward, and now the man for. Ewa je papa ma o man Ghana na sero mo eya covid yanke ye tumpon akọ ani mu bebre na so covid mre mu no na to ese wondo yo obatampa obe bo biara ye nya bo sema na to ni piano na o man e be konkai fie tete bai abo amafo bebre
abo nipa bebre and some taifa ososo de eno no yenum za abo nipa bebre nti ma yemfa ode no enkonko ha sei na yantua so ma me foforo asa ba homa no so na hello afan asembe kreni boye hello ma me he na Isaac be headline na ma me na say ade no assign aye ni bibi no ebium. Honorable lawyer Dr. John Kuma is just a human being. He should keep it up. He's so humble and lovely to work with. Samuel Brian Boabeng.
No, it's just a human being. The coach here.
Oye nipa. Hello. Isaac Adena Pascal. Hello. David. Isaac Adena Nyi into the. Mama fan say ya. Mama no moment come up. I was for my line no Mama hwade. David ama. Okay. Hello. Emfa Isaac mama nya me moment come on afa me de. Me no nko. Ejay Buedi ewo edweso and ode aba no say Nana we have one of the best MPs Ghana could have ever had. Please tell him we are behind him. He should make edweso proud. We a friend Ejay Buedi. Also the ode aba eno. Lawyer now ensemble me ensatitru ewo ho. Mo ba no aban we MP make us more American MPP aban.
Sanity.
Mo ba no ade ba kwa na more prioritize pa ye nyuma jobs.
Yeah.
E ma bru da so adwuma ni ho. Ye be ne den. Ma me fa we nka ho ma.
Okay.
Ye nim se aban entoto na charges are oje wo ports. On to tomb.
Yeah.
The oje an oje. But the name so bo kwa da ekoso.
Yeah.
Me no ka say unim se cement. Oko actually kakra e bet me ato cement ba kwa ba 55 cedis.
Okay.
You bet me atra hu say ya.
Okay.
And the pound no for to 2 pound no mu okumase.
Yeah.
You bet me.
Okay. Nti me nu ya ho.
Mpacho an come you
the mefa trading enhase
okay
eno your friend imported inflation chese o mine ntoto ne niema mu nenso ewiase ahokyere na aba o mine so ebi na ye hase na make say December ho no me client baako na o machines bia or the free China abagana na omo man a bill of $3,500 for 40-footer container na me no ka say machine here ready around March as April. New bill on Modi Abreno. Was say Otimi Kutia for the same 40-footer container, $12,000. Enti share the difference between $3,500 and $12,000 no. Our cost by 4 times. Nenye Ghana nkwa. Enti upa Google here, America for complaining, omoniama buo kosro. Canada for complaining omuniema bo kosro we are sama no ni bia no eniema bo e kosro not because say omukru mu aban atototo mu na because of this imported inflation the akofasa how we nyina so aba ni nyina ne covid nenso propaganda nti oka covid asema na yenuano ndc form pesa obebo covid so kram so bibia say covid bibia o say covid but that is the reality. Enti no bi na team organa hanomo a essence containers no na de raw materials na ye de cement ne iron rods ne most of the building materials no am wo kosro eno nti na amanfo hunu se aban toto hwemu nenso ne ma bo kwa na kosro eno so gina so to affirm se ewiase aye din aye ka se ahokyira ba wiase no enye Ghana na akofa sao how na ba na mom no Omampeni Akufo-Addo ne tema wo ma saa nhihye we num krantina media budget no wamfa eto foforo bia ameto man no so afa enwuma no eno de se wo de nyina yenim no Omampeni Akufo-Addo ade bako a wabon ho modern pa especially in his first term of office enwuma sem 2017 ebra obedi akonwa no na unemployment rate in Ghana no ne number 15%. Now youth unemployment rate mabuno amuni adwuma according to the World Bank in 2017 na 48%. And now menemo kasai even covid kra ba twam awie no unemployment rate ne nam 7.2% according to the Ghana Statistical Survey. And now youth unemployment nam 12.7%. So mabuno eni adwuma no omo de no hwe difference a Omampeni Akufo-Addo atimi aba yate emabuna adwuma sem house na no krenso NABCO nko afa over 100,000 of the youth so okay by teachers, nurses, police, security agencies ahodo recruitment aban ne ye enyasem ketwa planting for food and jobs kuafo enya asomfa so okobe 2 million afi wopa one district one factory about 88 factories as they say adwuma no my employ workers over 260,000 uba mi akasami program anamedano the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. Within that 4 years he created almost 100,000 jobs. Mebuna adwuma nko a disika wura mu bi ma omo eno so wo ho uba NBSSI omo so so dwetra hodo omo de boa ema ne mabunu ne SMEs in the country eno so bebre enti aban dwumadi a odi ye bia kire se oboa ama mabunu ana adwuma sem apagya Ghana ha ena covid no ho bebom but even after covid aban hihye ya o ye nyina no aboa ma nanyuma no pi ababak ebi ni kuayo sesi amene o kase ya hit highest production of cocoa no nyuma asem na ye kan cocoa farmer no ne labor for ne hwan for omo mbedi ho dwuma nyina ansa ne duru ne tonso a cocoa crutches so ne dio ne hwan for mu nyina they are all benefiting. Another positive news about ne say President Akufo-Addo timi yi Ghana free IMF nhihye mu a enem ne mo kasai yetimi recruit into the public service. Unim say na universities, public universities be recruit lecturers. Yes, it's ongoing. And a teacher for be brave so nya kwanya ye fa omo ye fa last week in kwa nurses ne midwives in kwa clearance 4,500 nurses ɛna yɛama on financial clearance a yɛpeke on woba security agencies a yɛfa wo police yɛbɛfa wo army yɛfa wo prisons yɛfa wo fire service several other recruitment in the public sector so egu so a ɛkɔ so civil service no so almost yɛ recruitment enti clearly no ɛbɛ nnwuma asɛm a ne nyinaa chi no ɛna aban so san de aba sɛ in the next medium term no yɛsan target 1 million jobs in the private sector ama yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ mabuna ɛde ɔmo ho kɔhyɛ galamsey mu a ne de ɔhaw ba environment na aban so ɔmo ngyae no yɛ mpam ɔmo asa kɛkɛ yɛayɛ program a ɛno nso Ministry for Lands and Forestry the young dynamic minister yɛwura honorable Samuel Abujinapo ahyɛ ase a ɛno or targeting over 500,000 youth in the 5 mining galamsey mining regions of Ghana. I know so ebeko so aban edi sika ni dwetri ebehiem enu achi no ye hwe sa interministerial job creation committee na Ministry of Youth and Employment Youth and Sports, Minister for Labor and Employment Relations, Ministry for Lands and Forestry, afi NEIP NBSSI mo ansana banks e Ghana nyina through the U Bank program na ye be ye dwetri eni sika boa mabuna adwuma no ye sen be create more jobs under the Obatampa Cares program. Yes, 100 billion cedis na ye be raise in the next 3 years na. Enti clearly aban yi nanim free mabuna adwuma asem no so ye gusu a ye hyemu den se de be ya sika ni dwetri ni ahoto be ko mabunu no so ho na omo ho ahai omo na ye we nyina so ye ni wo so se ma ye die ye oman ni nyina ye die enti so ahwa sa procurement nhihye ya aban pese de ma no ene Ghana ha ofa Ghana iskafo nyina the richest people in Ghana no ma dodo wo mu ye 6% na omampani pese oboa na epija ma no mu ekonanim enti omode ni nhihye bi ba about 20% of all procurement in Ghana no ye pese ye focus de ma ene in fact the original policy was 30% for women, youth and persons with disability. So enti said be ya sa can I say sometimes nipakua aso mo ho kire wo mo man no mu so I say ye sometimes you discriminate criteria wo mo because of mo tibia bi ana say ebia mo nipasu wo mo yenti no ba say ye competition de bia na aka o ma hye ye culture nhihye bi ni ade nti no o man no aye nhihye say ye mfa mo ema ho ban ye mfa mo emabunu na afi so ye nua no ma o mo nso so sabio enye o mo mfonso no o mo so adidem no o mo nyina nso ye empower won na sika o mo hia de hye o mo adwuma ma o mo so agina o mo na so no o mo so nya so mfa so and all these things are ongoing ye nyi ye nim free so kra ye hwe sere be ya nhihye pa eda kwan mu no ebeba na mabunu pi adwuma na mabunu ne pa yo no in fact it should get to a time in Ghana ahwe krampo adwuma be ho ne nya nipa ma ne nye so they make sure
Ghana ya wo say
it's possible but no there I believe say it will come through innovative agriculture see it me yen hihye ye makua yo be very attractive ebedru ba bi unya Ghana ni babunu bia o so ni adwuma these things can happen at the same time no so no ye ni wo COTVET technical and vocational training ne so pa into hwe MVTI ne COTVET ne ade a abind sika hyemu ye se be ya ntitiya ede ma ye mabunu no enko ye se wa wie school akosua grammar tifie ne momo be wie school no no won sa no adwuma bi ka nimde o no ho na watimi di abone bra abie ono ankasa adwuma nti all these things are happening na ye need ye kire se o mampani na Akufo-Addo na mamu ne bebewe na Ghana fo nyina di adanse sampa MPP aban munim aban hye papa nti o se etoa mo so na mo ye de chance de ma o man Ghana
but ni nyina achi no Ghana fo agidi se anka mo betimi aye achen ba bia ye wo sesie okay ye be sori ado no mesrew contractor fo a etie omo yi kwan titiru omo yi kwan omo sisi aban de omo ka mu woska ho ye woska ho ye betu omo ka
oh ye gusa ye tu apa contractors no ne nyina on say much of the problem also has to do with transition no nana boards ni be braze they say road fund no cra board ni ho enti imagine say wakwa ye adwuma under road funder so enti clearly no contractors no and me no mo ya adwen so ma fa ho kire mu but enye the fact of lack of money nko say much almost so mo ya adwuma the various district assemblies common fund at the quarter ne sikako at the assembly account MCE ni ho no mo a say obi a twen say yebebo MCEs no so on them kire no and sometimes it's got to do with transition na yeguso a ye fam na mamum ye remfi say ye to aba na nche nti aban no guso a form nti some of these the lack of CEOs and boards and MMCs and also affected delays in some of the payments but the account oman hye ya nyina ya diatum say sa na oseba because under the presidential act say yenya to aba wie say kim appointment a oman panin year no previously nyina no automatically na ba wie anana namboa
okay
nti na fe na all year for fry be replace I believe say in a very short while all these issues will be addressed. But I can tell you, sir, many of these contractors are being paid. Oh, yes.
Okay. And it be a fair you to Omokade because me who said, don't know as you money ma de coffee.
And they will come back to site.
They'll come back. Sir. Yanyuni.
And a year of rose, until I buy any war rose no so pa. Until Egusua, yeah.
I see. Okay. Lawyer, ya bon komoni bia be sorry no menim se bibi ba ku mi no bi wo a aka opese ka oka wa sema me mo so a na wa ka free ho
yo kakra mesre ani se mesre Ghana for se bompa ya yenkai omampani na nado danko akufuado na kuma pani odo a ode ma oman ni na niso ade hunu papa no ye nyina ye mompa internet na nyame mana hoden ni nyansa soronko na emfia eda enimu akai yemfa hu Ghana yedie ni promprom ye ashema I believe say yes I beboa finally the National Cathedral no I mean ye final appeal say ye the to join the media budget star 979 hash say obia o contribution bia wo bia no onso betimi de aboa miesi sa National Cathedral no na ayenhyirama oman ni nyina sisi amene kase on se yetimi esi National Mosque no ayefefe abe one of the national monuments of the country ye wogidi se yetimi si ye National Cathedral isu wia eno so ba be ka oman japade sonko ayewo ho nti yesre Ghana for obia kakra bia obetimi e de atomu bia e wo mu se yesi 100 cedis a month ba betimi aye o de 10 cedis a week or 5 cedis a day na we de here so far phone na wa dial star 979 kakra wo so bia no ketua bia nsa na so de aboa nyame adwuma na ba daache ebesi hon mo a won so atimi de on sesi ubu aka se wo ka ho bi ene ye japade sonko de ma oman Ghana enti nana me da asipi
yo me so me da ase papa nyangopo enhira se yato nsa efro even short notice wetimi aba ama yabebo enkomo na enti no sesi ano mo growth no mo revise ne saying mo de go see saying
growth no we are within the target say expect to see a big grow by 4.8% by close of the year sesi and I'm 3.1%. I'm sure say by the time our second quarter we will be on target.
Okay, we will be on target.
Yeah, we'll be on target.
Sir. Now me see my way but I can question about.
Okay.
And then my misakra me himself my chief for buffy. I say mo bombosia bebrebe na mo boni nyina na se ne se mo bobosia de tua bosia.
Eno no kre kakra wom. De wom ni se a brand DC for was no. President Kofo Koji first euro bond be near $700,000 okay yeah said 700,000 euros. Na omo pen so na eson ye enti na NDC for no kobo obosia because Ghana didn't have the money at the time and omo di betua e eno omo bosia na omo so boy no na interest rate no was ropa. In fact the highest ever euro bond at Ghana agino it was 2015 and 2016 14% and M said 12%. Ghana yenje euro bond with such a huge bako crampo de almost omokoje IMF backed a guarantee and so from the Ghana almost 16%. ɛwɔ soro dodo enti ye ba ye bosia ne bi wɔ hɔ no ma yɛtimi nya ne 0 rated ɛkyerɛ sɛ ya de bosia na ma nso for bi a 3 years untua nsi hu bia wɔ ho enti sɛ wo hwɛ sɛ wo akɔdi kan akɔgye bosia bi a wo tua 16% interest rate also na obenya sika obetimi de atua sa abosia na interest rate no was from na we 0 na officer de na be eno your friend no debt reprofiling eno ntina no crese some of the loans na ye kɔgye no ye de ba be clear some of the expensive debt on our books said be ya kane nsi hu na ye tua no afibia no ebetima ba for mama ye nti eno so no kre kakra wo
I see. And then fan kon sa no kore so na yenya ha se da foforo be se ato aso
yo meso das
mami adwo so mo wadwo na ocha
mami adwo amegine supi
yo ene o sho pa abusia mo se aha ena ebrebe me yakwan ema ye de honorable lawyer Dr. John Kuma ye de no asie abusia nwumre ha ne demosie me gina munyina na mada Isaac Odro Patricia Sefafisha Prince Bafo Asamoah Samuel Apia Elizabeth Jean ena Emmanuel Etiemo me do munyina ase o na hihye ye na me di ho chia me efra me nana ya kese obetimi afra me the cardinal nyame eya adoma ukuada de se eya afofida enti ye wono da sene ya wono da sene ukuada obisam se afofida ben a eya constitution day hey MP before December ba memu ukuada eya constitution day enti ye first republic no ba bi omo yi akwa no enti ya me adoma ukuada eye afofida hye no so ma enti da sene ye be san ehia e other platform so see you run the nkwane ho na che nkwane ya